an entire domain full of information and knowledge, a library so vast that it spans further than the naked eye can see. Enter Hermaeus Mora, the demon of knowledge and the lord of secrets, a daedra who is unlike any of his kin. Hermaeus Mora is not interested in the domination of mortals, like Mehrunt Stegon and Molag Bal, but rather the hoarding and domination over all information, whose sphere is scrying the tides of fate of the past and the future, as read in the stars and heavens, whose dominion are the treasures of knowledge and memory. His realm of oblivion is full of stacks upon stacks upon stacks of forbidden knowledge. Unlike the other daedric princes, Hermaeus Mora does not take on human form, or at least that we know of. Instead, he takes on the form of grotesque assemblages of eyes, tentacles, and claws. Hermaeus Mora has described himself as being
I am the unreadable book, the question unanswerable, the door unopenable, and the riddle unsolvable.
Other than these lavish titles he has given himself, Hermaeus Mora is considered by scholars and historians to be the wisest of all the daedric princes, and he is also the brother of the daedric prince Mephala. Apocrypha is the realm of oblivion created and ruled over by Hermaeus Mora. It is an endless library consisted of untitled books with black covers, where all forbidden knowledge can be found. The realm is haunted by the tormented ghosts of mortals forever searching for that ever-elusive book. Stacks of books form mazes and spiralling pillars that can reach as high as the illuminating green sky. Complex ruins and massive carvings can be found among the stacks. The plane is covered in a sea of ink and rolling tentacles, while Hermaeus Mora is omnipresent over all. Apocrypha is occupied by the frightening daedric servants of Hermaeus Mora. Seekers guard the forbidden knowledge, banishing foes with sound attacks, while lurkers dwell within the inky tide, arising from the depths to attack invaders. Disembodied tentacles hide in the waters and hang from the sky, whipping any who pass. Apart from magical teleportation, Apocrypha is easily entered by mortals through the reading of the Black Books, tomes of secret knowledge, displaced from time and scattered across Tamriel. Most mortals who gain access to the secrets within Apocrypha are driven insane by the endless revelations. Such was the fate of the mage Morian Zenis, who famously disappeared in Apocrypha during his travels through Oblivion. However, those who successfully journey through Apocrypha are known to discover powerful information and secrets. Hermaeus Mora has two known artifacts in the world of Nirn. The first of these is the Augma Infinium, also known as the Tome of Power. It is an artifact of great power. It was written by Xerxes, the scribe of Auriel, who had been granted the knowledge within the book by Hermaeus Mora. The information within the tome grants the reader access to the artifact's energy, which can be manipulated to achieve near demigod abilities. The paths of steel, shadow, and spirit are the three main sections of the tome. Once the Augma Infinium has been used, it disappears from the user completely, with some speculating that the book returns home to Apocrypha after use. The Black Books are daedric artifacts created by Hermaeus Mora, and they are his second artifact. Each book contains some manner of forbidden knowledge. Some books are from the ancient past and some are from the future. The Black Books are comparable to the Augma Infinium. However, through reading all of the Black Books, individuals can gain much more power than that granted from the Augma Infinium alone. These books have been spread across Tamriel by Hermaeus Mora, waiting to be found by those brave enough and willing to risk life and limb to become more powerful than their wildest dreams. The Vestige is known to have interacted with Hermaeus Mora several times during the Second Era. In Craglorn, they assisted a former stargazer in reaching Hermaeus Mora's shrine deep within the Seeker's archive. Hermaeus Mora offered them intelligence of the Celestials in exchange for hidden knowledge. The Vestige also assisted Hermaeus Mora in restoring order at his temple at Rootwater Grove in exchange for information of the Veiled Heritage's plan to defile the heart of Valenwood at Hectaheim. In the Fourth Era, the last Dragonborn encountered Hermaeus Mora in Skyrim. A quest for the College of Winterhold led the Dragonborn to Septimus Cygnus. Cygnus was attempting to unlock a mysterious Dwemer box, which he believed held the heart of Lorcan, but he was unable to figure out how to unlock it, and requested the Dragonborn to find an Elder Scroll and record its insights into the matter using ancient Dwemer technology. The Dragonborn later returned to Cygnus with the Elder Scroll, who then requested a sample of the blood from each of the elven races. Cygnus needed the samples in order to recreate the equivalent of Dwemer blood, which was the key to opening the lockbox. After this request, Cygnus then revealed to the Dragonborn that it was Hermaeus Mora who led him to the lockbox. Hermaeus Mora then confronted the Dragonborn directly, stating that Septimus was becoming increasingly obsolete, and offering to make the hero his champion upon fulfilling Septimus's request. Ultimately, the Dragonborn returned with the elven blood, and Cygnus was able to open the Dwemer lockbox. However, unlike he believed, it did not contain the heart of Lorcan, but a book. Before he could inspect the book, Cygnus was destroyed by Hermaeus Mora, having outlived his usefulness to the prince. Mora then appeared one last time, naming the Dragonborn his new emissary. It was revealed that Miraak, the first Dragonborn, had learned his secret powers from Hermaeus Mora. The cost of this was a lifetime of servitude to Hermaeus Mora in Apocrypha. By the time the dragons had returned to Skyrim, however, Miraak had largely abandoned his master and decided to return to Tamriel by the way of Solstheim. Miraak then raised an army of cultists and attempted to kill the recently revealed last Dragonborn. Miraak had bewitched the population of Solstheim and forced them to build otherworldly structures around the Allmaker stones on the island, which would be a conduit for his return to Tamriel. After this attack by the cultist, the last Dragonborn tracked Miraak's activity to his temple and inside found a black book, an artifact of Hermaeus Mora. The last Dragonborn destroyed Miraak's influence on the island and entered Apocrypha through the Black Books, meeting Hermaeus Mora once again. Hermaeus Mora told his emissary that he was growing tired of using Miraak as a servant and offered the same dragon shout he provided to Miraak in exchange for an important piece of knowledge from the Skal people. The Dragonborn managed to convince the spiritual leader of the Skal to do this. With one end of the bargain fulfilled, the Dragonborn gained the new shout from Hermaeus Mora and returned to Apocrypha to face Miraak. The first Dragonborn was defeated, and Hermaeus Mora appeared once again, but this time to express his disappointment with Miraak, and declared the last Dragonborn to be his new champion. When I started to dig up the lore on Hermaeus Mora, I kept getting the sense that there is just so much more that we do not and perhaps will not ever know about the prince. Hermaeus Mora is undoubtedly the most knowledgeable, and it's fair to say he is probably the wisest of all the daedric princes. The mind wonders at what secrets are hidden within his realm of Apocrypha, and yet there are so many questions that Hermaeus Mora has left in my mind. Why hasn't he tried to take over Nirn like the rest of his kin? Is the Master of Fate gathering all knowledge to him for more than just a want, but a need, calculating every possible and potential variable before executing his own plan to take over all life on Nirn? But what do you guys think? Do you guys think Hermaeus Mora will launch an attack on Nirn? Do you think it will be a daedric prince that will take over Nirn, or do you think it will be something else entirely? Please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to stay up to date with the channel, and until next time, this has been Squall157.